things I like is that you made a distinction between an entrepreneur and a small business owner, because they tend to be conflated in our conversations about entrepreneurship. Just make the distinction for us.
So you can use the two concepts interchangeably, but you see, entrepreneurs are those who qualitatively change their businesses into something small to something very big.
Yeah.
These are people that I say have 5 traits, you know. In the book, I write all the traits, but one of these traits is that these people have to be calculated risk takers.
Yeah.
You don't just wake up and take a risk. You must calculate, subject your business idea to a very serious risk process. You must be innovative. You must create and run businesses that are corporate active citizens. You know, all of us can open spaza shops, but we need to, you know, create businesses that will make a difference in the communities that we're engaged in.
Risk, when people hear the word, they want to run away.
Yes.
I was seeing a few tweets the other day, people saying, oh, my biggest fear about starting my own business is letting go of that corporate paycheck. So there's that certainty, and then you dive into to risk. So explain what a calculated risk is.
So a calculated risk taking process, you work for ENCA, amongst other things. You may be doing other things, but you do not just emotionally wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to quit my job, you know, because you may have...
I have done that.
Because you may have some firm commitment. You may have a bond. You may be paying an installment for your car. You may have a child or children to take to look after. So we're saying that you must look at all this, put these factors into consideration before you decide to open a business.
You also go into some detail about, you know, dealing with, you know, coming up with an idea, checking if the idea is actually one that is quite valuable, and then implementing it. So how do people go through that process?
Exactly. That process is called the market research process.
Yeah.
Many people treat it as a copy and paste, but I think that is one of the reasons why many businesses do not survive the first year, for instance, because they've not really gone to the market and see if there's a niche for their business idea. So that process entails 3 broad phases. The first one is to gather the information in the market about the business idea that you want to introduce in the market. Secondly, you need to analyze the information you've gathered and come with differentiators, because potentially there will be competitors and some of the ideas may be used by some of these guys. The last part is to assess if that idea is going to be profitable in the market.
Okay, and that doesn't just involve talking to your friends and family.
No. It's a demanding process. You know, you need to do some research at times, go to some of the competitors, disguise as if you're a customer. So you need to get you know, the objective reality out there about the market that you want to venture into.
When people start business, obviously there's the excitement of starting your business, but sustainability is very important. What sort of skills would you say you need to actually, if you don't have them already, go and get them as you are embarking on this?
So, Siki, you need business development skills. These entail marketing, but on a more practical note, you need to have relationships with your potential customers. You know, some people will tell you your network is your net worth. You know, you may produce the best products in the market or render the best service, but if you do not have customers, there's no way you're going to have a market in the market, excuse the pun. So you need to have those business development skills. They include marketing, as I said, having a good relationship, developing a rapport with people that can potentially be your customers, networking and all these things. So it's business development essentially that you need.
So when one's read the book, what would you like them to walk away with?
They must be empowered, Siki. They must, for many people, starting a business is venturing into the unknown. So at least they need to understand the process, you know. Even if they are lost within the process, they at least have an idea, they have the bigger picture. So empowerment insofar as business knowledge is concerned.
Well, it's easy to read and quite compact. So thank you very much for that. Joshua Maluleke is author of the book Entrepreneurship 101.